great features. They do. Hey, 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 everybody. Just making sure we are where we need to be. Just a quick second here. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Hold on. And this is like on a delay, a really, really bad delay. So I don't know what's going on here. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, happy Saturday, everyone. I hope that you are having an amazing day. My name is Mary White Johnson. I'm your life redefinition strategist, and I help Black professional women of faith reclaim and redefine their lives in the aftermath of loss and life transitions with our awesome movement and healing initiative, Redefine Me Movement. And today is actually day one of our unstoppable, bold, and bright series. And what better way than to kick it off with one of our amazing clients, Miss Jamia Lewis. Hey, Jamia.
Hello.
How
Hi,
are
everyone.
you?
I am excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you here. I am so Listen, I when I saw you on this camera, what did I say? I was like,
That I was looking redefined.
yes, because we got our I Am a Redefined Woman shirts
Hmm.
on, and that was not planned. Look,
Yes.
that is a gift that she received after being able to go through 6 months of our group coaching program, Redefine Your Healing Initiative. And let me tell you, I am so excited about where you are, where your journey is leading, Jamia. I it's so much that I can say. I'm bubbling up with excitement, but you all know that in actually 3 weeks, right around this
Mhm.
time, in 3 weeks, we will be in the middle of my Redefine Woman's Luncheon. And this is a luncheon that I do yearly. I do this yearly to honor women that have gone through our programs, whether it be a retreat, whether it be our group coaching program, and then also women of impact in the community. And some of the ways that we move here in the Redefine Me movement, we move with grace, leadership, creativity, we use performing arts, entrepreneurship, and we specialize in new beginnings. And
Mhm.
so, before we dive into the luncheon that's going to be held or 3 weeks, August the 23rd, I want to talk a little bit about your journey, Jamia, before you started with the Redefine Your Healing Initiative. Tell me a little bit where you were
Mhm.
in your life before you enrolled in the program.
Okay. Well, before I enrolled in the program, I don't know if anybody's familiar with this Mary song. It's old, like over 10 years old. But one of the lyrics goes like, "Life keeps hitting me in the face," and and so I
Yeah.
guess that's the the imagery, the picture that I would want to be, that could really describe like where I was. And I may not have looked like that's what was going on, but internally and behind the scenes, just life circumstances in a variety of different areas. That's really what was going on. And even in one
Mhm.
of those moments prior to, I had already, Mary and I already knew one another. And so, having met in another coaching program that we were both participants in, um, I had reached out to her and talked to her during a really low moment, and in that one conversation, she was able to like help me to shift my mindset to really look at things in a different way, and
Mhm.
in a way where it's like that darkness was lifted for that particular situation. And so I knew then that what she was working on was special. And so
Mhm.
I went to the luncheon last year and really probably just thinking like, oh, I'm gonna go support Marion. I want to support what she's doing. I think this is good work. Um, I have my own program that I'm trying to get off the ground and launch, and I'm thinking, well, I do other programs. I'm out here learning, doing the things like I'm not necessarily trying to sign up for another program. I don't need to, and but I'm here to support. But being in that room for the luncheon, like I just was in awe and looking around and seeing and hearing the testimonies of women who have been changed as a result of having the opportunity to work with Marion, to be around, um, to be a part of the programs that she was putting together. And I knew then, like, okay, she has something that I need. Like, I don't know what
Oh,
exactly it is, but she has something that I need. Like, I need to be open to this. And so,
yes.
it comes down to January, like, or right before January begins, and I really, had to push through some resistance of like, I don't need to do another thing. Like, I'm already busy. I already have 1,000 things going on. And, uh, I already have 1,000 things going on. So I don't, like, I don't want to do another thing. But
Yeah.
but I did. I did. I
Yeah.
did. And I'm so thankful that I did. Because as I said, even after the luncheon, like the thought process of life keeps hitting me in the face. Like, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Like even more things continue to happen. And so I was really in a diminished place,
Mhm.
really in a diminished place. And that heaviness was apparent. Even prior to, I had been in a position where, like your body will tell you, even and when you can't admit to yourself that something
Yeah.
is going on or that you're stressed or whatever else, like your body will communicate that to you. And mine did. Like your body will force you to stop. And so I had
Mhm.
experienced that last year as well, which was another clue. Like I need to do something different than what I've been doing because otherwise I'm not gonna make it.
Yes.
Mhm.
I love that. I love that. So what you're saying is it was time to be redefined pretty much. Some things where you
Yes.
needed to have clarity. And guys, for the listening audience, I don't know what's going on with Instagram. I do
Okay.
apologize, but we will make sure that it's not connecting or coming up. I've never had
Is
this problem, but the Instagram live, I will post that a little later, the entire video
okay.
today. So it will
Is
be shared.
is there
Go
another
ahead.
link I can use to send it? Because I have people texting asking, like, where is it? So I just is there another one?
On Facebook, on my personal
Okay.
Facebook. Yeah,
Let's
Mary White
see.
Johnson. Sorry, y'all. I just had to give that because I knew that there. I'm trying to do the Instagram, but you know how technology be. They be having their own timing of working.
Mm-hmm.
So the one thing that I really, really loved about you, Jamia, is that you were ready.
Mm.
You were ready when I encountered you. Like you said, you went to the luncheon. We met it through another coaching program. I know that some life situations happened,
Mhm.
and you you pretty much were at a turning point in your life. Pretty
Mhm.
much, you're at a
Yes.
turning point in your life. And I'm, first of all, thank you so much for trusting me to be your coach, to be your
Mhm.
strategist, to help you through life transitions, to help you through loss, because during this you did experience loss.
Mhm.
With God rest his soul, your dad, being able to be that one of the strong men in your life, passed away, but being able to go through that journey with support, and
Mhm.
also being able to go through that journey with grace.
Mhm.
I want to applaud you because you did. You were there for your family. You had moments during the Redefine Your Healing Initiative, because we were together for 26 weeks, y'all. This is some real work. This is some work that allows us to peel back some wounds from when you were younger. Also, you experience what I say real time loss,
Mhm. Yes.
and you were able to have that support. You were able to use your tools. You were able to tap in moments
Mhm.
where you were not okay. And
Yeah.
that's one thing that I love about the program, is that we go off script sometimes. This is not a cookie cutter thing. This is not a a program where it's like, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3. We feel, because I
Mhm.
believe when you heal, you feel. When you
Mm.
heal, you feel. And I feel like I'm seeing the result of you feeling today. You
Mhm.
have your makeup on, you have your I am a redefined woman, you have your voice back. So talk about
Mhm.
you. When you said just a few minutes ago, your body
Mhm.
showed symptoms of that you needed to be redefined. Talk a little bit about that.
Okay.
Like, what were you
Um,
feeling?
I
Hey,
really like
Diane.
that. I really like that
Yeah.
phrase that you used. Like when you heal, you feel, because I
Mm-hmm.
was in a numb place. Like, you know, stuff can be so hard and constant that it just wears you out, just different
Mm-hmm.
stresses, the pressure, life's pressures and all of that. And so, for me, in addition to like things that can pop up, like eczema, like my eczema only like flares up on my hands when I am in a stressful place. Okay. So that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of small. It's uncomfortable. And, it's a little uncomfortable, but it's small. I can kind of dismiss that. Um,
Yeah.
but I had started having, trouble, just with dealing with a lot of anxiety. And so,
Mm-hmm.
one day in particular, I had a panic attack. And because I've had them before, I knew kind of what was included in them, that included palpitations and everything like that. And so, I tried to be able to calm myself down. Um, and I did as best as I could. Still went on to work. One of my best friends likes to say, "Black women and their capes." Shout out to Nicole because that's her comment. But it's like, yes, why do we keep trying to go like that? Why do we keep trying to go and do
Mm-hmm.
when we are not good, when we are not okay? And so that's what I did that particular day. I persisted and I, got to work, but and even trying to get in, like I was very weak, short of breath. Like I said, I had the heart palpitations going. Um, my blood pressure was out of control. Like I finally realized, like maybe that's what's going on. My left
Yeah.
arm was weak, and I did not know that those
Mm-hmm.
were signs indicative of a potential heart attack. And so
Yeah.
for women, those kinds of things can manifest a little bit differently. But at the time, it's like I'm 40 years old. Like I shouldn't. That's the furthest thing from my mind. I wouldn't have thought that I would have been a candidate for that type of medical trauma. And And so what wound up taking place is saw the nurse at work and wound up getting permission to, like, yeah, you need to just go home. And I was going to go home and go to sleep. But at a coworker's
Mhm.
urging, like, no, I don't think you should drive across town. I think you need to go to emergency. And I went, not thinking they would keep me. And then they talking about they wanted to admit me. I'm like, what are you? I
Wow.
started crying, like, what, are you
Yeah,
serious?
that's a lot.
Like,
It's a lot to
why am I
take.
being, yeah. So all of that said, I'm glad that I got in there when I did, and they kept me to be able to monitor me afterwards and monitor what was going on with my heart. I had elevated levels of troponin, and that's something that
Mhm.
only shows up in your body when there's a severe degree of stress or a heart attack is on the way.
Wow.
When you see those levels rise, and so thankfully, that was in control. Like they got that together, and and I got to a place where that really for real was my wake up call. Like, oh, my body is screaming at me now. Like, you need to stop. Like, all of this that you're doing, the go go go, you need to stop. You need to slow down. And again, I really was in a position where I was numb. Like, I was very
Yeah,
numb, and to be someone whose desire it is to have a platform to be able to serve women, to help women in hard situations, and I couldn't work on my stuff for any of that. Like, I just didn't have it in me to do. Um I couldn't finish none of the things that accompanied that vision. I couldn't even touch it. It's like I can't even serve who I'm
mhm.
called to, because I'm just here. I'm just going through the motions. And so then it started to show up in my countenance. I think this past year is when, like, so that was the, like, just physically, health wise, like the system functions in my body, that was like with the hospital. But then as the year went on, hey, Shelly girl, thank you, so um it's so there she is, Esperanza. Okay, all right, there they are. All right, so that's helpful for me to see
Your
their
support system.
yes,
Yes.
and I
That's what we're gonna talk
like,
about next.
okay. So I'll save that space for them next, because they have been wonderful to me. And but
Yes.
my countenance, I know it was reflected in that. Like, I just felt it in the way that I carried. Well, I say I felt it, but I knew that heaviness was there. I was aware of the
Mhm.
heaviness, but I could not really feel. So back to that
Mhm.
statement that you made of thank you, Joss.
Mhm.
The statement that you made of when you heal, you feel, and I'm in a
Mhm.
position now where it's like, oh, like, I feel a lightness that was not here 6 months ago, not even
I love
three,
that.
not even three
Yeah.
months ago. And it's amazing to be able to say that while I'm, still actively grieving, so now my father was sick for a very long time, and so we were on the way that I feel like I can describe it is like the edge of death for a while.
Mhm.
And so that's its own thing to go through and deal with, where you can't really start the grieving process, so
Mhm. Yes, and you did a great job. I just want to tell you that it matters when you have support.
mhm,
You have added support with the Redefine Your Healing Initiative.
mhm,
You were able to walk through this season of your life with grace. You were
thank
able
you.
to walk through this season in your life because you took ownership of how you felt,
Mhm,
even though it showed up in outer things, like you said, with elevated troponin, anxiety, and things like that. I applaud you for taking accountability and
mhm,
also for taking ownership. Now, talk to me a little bit about, you said that you feel lighter? What are some things that
Mm.
you were able, or maybe one thing, because just to let you all know, we have the luncheon coming up in 3 weeks. And Jamia is one of our graduates that's going to be highlighted. You're going to hear more from her, and she is going to receive special recognition. So at the
Yay.
luncheon, that is one thing that I truly love. If one thing that I will always pride myself on is celebrating women, and to take it to another level, celebrating Black women, because we go through so much. We go through having to carry the load. What you explained and what you described is what a lot of us a lot of us result to, and that is going on autopilot, taking
Mm,
care of everybody else's needs, taking care of our being a caregiver, being able to nurture our families, being able to clock in at a job because we got to pay the bills, right?
mhm,
But and then also trying to have a life. But you said during this season, you even went through different transitions in your life where you had to go back to your past and find your voice again,
mhm.
find your way again, find that clarity, find your faith again, which is one
Yes.
that I'm so excited about.
Mhm.
We talked about your wins, and I don't call them aha moments. I call them redefining moments. Talk a little bit of, if you could put that lightness in one word, what would that word be?
Um, I guess I would say two words came to mind when you said that. The first one was joy,
Mm,
and the second one was free.
mm,
Um, yes, hey vet. Yes, the second one was free, and I feel like I just had a third one, even though you asked for
that's
one.
okay.
But joy, free, and thank you, Becca. I love y'all. Okay. Um,
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry,
Leave me
Marion.
alone.
You asked me to like to put the lightness
Yeah, if
in
you could
one
describe
word.
it in one word, you said joy, freedom.
Mhm, mhm. Hope. That's the
Yeah,
word I was
hope.
looking for. Hope. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hope. Being able to have that again, like I like to think about the scripture, hope deferred makes the heart sick.
Yeah.
And I think the second part of that is, but a desire fulfilled is a tree of life.
Mhm.
And I guess that's the way to say it. My heart was sick.
Mm,
Like just and hopeless. It's like you get to a point where it's like, well, I know the Lord. I know, I ain't gonna tell me to pray or whatever. It's like where you don't want to necessarily hear the same things again. Even though there's power and there's truth in those things too. But you get to a
mhm,
point where you just, sometimes you just can't keep going yourself because of circumstances that you look at one way, but if you get to a place where you can redefine those circumstances, you can see
yes.
your way out. You can have the light of hope to be able to keep going. And that's
Mhm.
one thing that has really been restored for me, my faith and hope.
I love that. I love that. Now we want to give a shout out to your other diamond, which is
Hmm.
Alicia.
Yes.
She was listening on
Oh,
Facebook, I
yay.
believe.
Okay.
But I want, each time someone goes through our program and they graduate from the program, and this is the last thing that we're going to talk about, because I said 15 minutes, girl. We've been here 24 minutes already. That's how good
Hmm.
God is, and this
Yes.
transformation.
Yes.
But I want to give a shout out to you ladies. Every time someone graduates from the program, God give me a name for them, and you all, there were two ladies from this specific cohort, and immediately in February, I believe. Normally it's at the end. To be honest, I don't know when it's going to happen. It could be the day of graduation. It can be the day that you say yes. It can be in the middle. But for you all, it was immediately in the beginning. I had you all's name. And the diamond process that you all went through, we talked about the 6 different phases. We talked about the cutting and how sometimes when you go into a diamond cut or a formation, some cuts, they cut deeper.
Mm-hmm.
They cut deeper to shape you. We talk about the polishing phase, and right now you are in the redefinition phase. Um, what we did learn is that once the diamond goes through those 6 phases, they are redefined to be repurposed in the world. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
they can be a ring, a necklace. It can just be a diamond that's on showcase. Where do
Mm-hmm.
you feel like you are in the world, being the double diamond right now? What's next for Jamia? What are some things? We'll just say one thing because, like I said, we can be here all day. Now that you are a official graduate of the Redefine
Mm-hmm.
Your Healing Initiative group coaching program, where do you
Mm-hmm.
see yourself repositioned or redefined? Where do you see yourself at?
Um, I think that is yes, hey Alicia.
Hey,
Okay.
hey.
Um, I think that is right, we do have things to say, Hope. Like we do.
Uh-huh.
Um, I guess what's in my mind is like, when you go into a jewelry store and you see what's there, like the jeweler lays out the jewels and shows you what's there. I would say it's like a showcase. Like I know like being
Mhm.
in a position where because my hope has been restored, I have the tools that I need to continue the recovery, to continue processing the grief, to continue doing those things. I can continue to move forward and get to a place where I can continue sharing with the world what the Lord has given me to do, and I'm excited about that because again, that work stopped prior to the program. I stopped, and I'm
Mhm.
so thankful to be able to continue the good work he started in me, with the help of being redefined along the way, so that I can keep going, that I can be
Yeah.
resuscitated and restored,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yes.
recovered, and all of the rewords and rebuild. So
Mhm.
I'm
Yep.
rebuilding right now. Um, but and I'm free to do it. I feel the freedom, the lightness to be able to move forward with that.
Yes. Woo! So
Yay.
y'all just be on the lookout for this beautiful diamond as she rebuild her life, because it's yours. And I told you that you have the voice, you have the gifts, you are the gift. And so many women is going to be touched by your gift and your voice, Jamia. So the last thing that I'm going to say, as we know that the luncheon is 3 weeks away officially.
Mhm.
Yes, our Redefine Women's Luncheon, August 23rd at Willow Event Center from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. I want you all to join me and Jamia there. She is going to have received some special recognition. I don't want to, we probably said a little bit too much today, but you're going to hear from her again at the luncheon. I want you to come and support her right now.
Yay.
It is early bird right now. And if you use the word redefine 10 for general registration and VIP registration, you get 10% off. And this is a day of celebration. My thing is, and will be a reoccurring thing, is let them flow. Let the tears flow. This is a day of happy tears, joy. This will be a day, if you yourself is in a position right now in your life where things seem a little muddy or you need that redefinition, I invite you to go ahead to redefinememovement.org and snag those last tickets. VIP is almost gone, y'all. It's 5 VIP tickets left. And after that, they are gone. Okay. So Jamia, you experienced the luncheon around this time
Mhm.
last, well, yeah, August the 24th last year. Tell me how you felt being in the room. It's going to be a different experience this year from last year, but you went VIP. Tell me a little
Mhm.
bit about that experience and what you saw at the luncheon.
It was beautiful. As I shared earlier, like I was just in awe looking around, being able to hear the testimonies of women that had worked with Marion, and being able
Yes.
uh, to see like the before and after pictures as well, of them. Like you could just see the hope on them. And then we were dressed in white with like a splash of color, and that was just a beautiful thing to see. Even just walking in, I remember I texted you about that. Like just seeing people walk in, like going to the same place. It just was really a beautiful time. Like there was a spirit of unity in the room, and real celebration and love. And so it was just a really positive atmosphere to be in.
Yes. And thank you so much for your investment. I cannot wait to celebrate you 3 weeks from now. Honey, you
Thank
already know when
you.
I celebrate, I celebrate.
Mhm. Yes,
And I cannot
and I will
wait.
say
Oh,
the box, like I was not expecting what was a part of the box, the VIP box. It was very personalized, and that was a really nice touch. It was done with excellence.
oh, thank you. Thank you. VIP is like none other. We have a networking hour. The box she's talking about is right here. They have a lot of self-care products because we believe that is a core value to personalize things, because we know that when we go through our lives and we go through autopilot, we don't think about us sometimes, but we wanted the luncheon to reflect who you were, or who you are. So we wanted to take that special time to be able to have those special touch things. And so that is what VIP is. You got your candle, your shape, your shea butter, your oil, your fan, your fan, your special seating, and we also have Black woman owned vendors there. And that is one thing that we're going to support Jamia in. It's one of her businesses, but you got to come to see that, okay? She is launching another one of her businesses, part of her redefinition, and we are in full mode support in anything that you do from this moment on. You have a family. You see the family on the live right now. This is a sisterhood. This is an authentic place of sisterhood and support. So I thank you so much, like I said, for trusting our community, because it's me and some guest faculty that you will also see at the Redefine Women's Luncheon. It was a joy and an honor to see the different layers peel off of you, Jamia. So
Mm,
thank you so much for being here on this afternoon, this Saturday afternoon.
thank you.
I I'm telling you, I cannot wait for the the showcase. It's already happening today, y'all. Cause somebody said, let me go back to this comment. Let me show you what they said, honey. Let me see if I can find it. Demia, Mia, you wearing that red lipstick?
Thank you, Mia.
It's already on showcase. So thank you again. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Go get your ticket at redefinememovement.org. Snag your tickets. They are going fast. Jamia, again, thank you so much for taking your time to talk to the people on today. Y'all, it's going to be another unstoppable, bold, and bright guest on Tuesday at noon. So this is Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, all the way up to the luncheon. You will see some beautiful diamonds, some beautiful ladies that have unstoppable stories that where they can encourage you. So until next time, you all enjoy your Saturday and we will chat soon. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Thank you. Thank you, listeners.